Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at noon. I'm Alexandra Carter. Police are searching for a man who failed to appear in court on charges of assaulting a nurse. 68-year-old Wayne Sorensen of Decorah was arrested in April after attacking a nurse at Gunderson in La Crosse. He was charged with a felony count of bodily harm or threat to healthcare provider or family. According to the criminal complaint, Sorensen has a history of mental health issues and was in the hospital for treatment. On April 24th, Sorensen signed a signature bond for those charges, agreeing to appear back in court June 18th. Now that didn't happen, a bench warrant has been issued. In Iowa, a levee failure on the Sioux River has prompted the evacuation of several communities. This comes after days of catastrophic flooding and severe storms. The National Weather Service says the levee failure was reported just south of the city of Smithland at about 5 a.m. Tuesday. About 30 miles north, significant flooding was reported in Correctionville, which has been closed to non-residents. Further north in Sioux City, homes along the river were evacuated after water levels reached nearly 45 feet.
All right, well, we're looking at a little bit of shower activity that may pop through, and it will be a very light batch of rainfall that'll be moving through the area. Currently, we are holding on to at least the possibility of some showers. You can see as we look at the numbers, we're also going to be pretty warm as well. We're looking at temperatures in the 80s widespread, and I feel that we may even get up to the middle to upper 80s, or in fact, the upper 80s for us here locally. We'll carry over into how this plays out with a little bit of rainfall starting to slide in all the way to the 6 o'clock hour, and it'll be probably between Red Wing, Winona, and getting into La Crosse, where we'll pick up that rainfall continuing to move. We'll also see the possibility of a little bit of shower activity coming along the way. I don't know, I'm showing you this a little bit earlier, but where I'm expecting these numbers to get up a little bit higher. I'll have more about this for you in just a bit.
All right, Art, we'll see you in a bit. Thank you. A Chicago woman has disappeared while traveling in the Bahamas. The Royal Bahamas Police says 41-year-old Taylor Casey was last seen June 19th around Paradise Island, a small resort area on the shore of New Providence. Casey traveled to the Bahamas for a yoga retreat. A missing person flyer released by police did not have any details on the possible circumstances of her disappearance. Her family says they are deeply concerned for her well-being. The U.S. Surgeon General declared this morning gun violence is a public health crisis in America, citing statistics that show gun violence now the leading cause of death among teens and kids. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
With too many summer weekends ending with a staggering tally of shootings across the U.S., the nation's top doctor, Vivek Murthy, says enough is enough.
Gun violence is a public health crisis in our country that requires a public health solution.
The Surgeon General is making this first of its kind declaration with firearms now the leading cause of death in children and teens, while more than half of adults say they or a family member have experienced a gun-related incident. Following the massacre at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, that killed 19 children and 2 adults in 2022, Congress passed bipartisan gun safety legislation, the first major federal bill to address the issue in 30 years. But since then, additional measures have stalled in a divided Congress. Dr. Murthy says it's time to take the issue out of politics.
The good news is there's a lot we can do. There are, for example, community violence intervention programs that we can invest in. There are safe storage education programs that we can expand. There are firearm risk reduction strategies like background checks.
And gun violence is taking a toll on the nation's mental health, according to the Surgeon General, with nearly 80% of adults saying they stress about the possibility of a mass shooting, and half of the country's children worried about a shooting in their school. He's also calling for doctors to promote gun safety education during regular visits. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The National Rifle Association released a statement in response, calling the Surgeon General's declaration an extension of the Biden administration's war on law-abiding gun owners. The Dolly container ship that crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge 3 months ago has arrived safely in Norfolk, Virginia. 4 tugboats from the Coast Guard helped it journey from the Baltimore harbor. Efforts to unload the containers and repair the ship will now soon be underway. In March, the ship lost power and crashed into Baltimore's Key Bridge, causing it to collapse. 6 construction workers were killed. Meanwhile, 8 crew members have finally been allowed to return home after being stuck on board the ship for months. High humidity, blistering temperatures, and outdoor activity can take a toll on children and their hair. So how do you keep summer from cramping the style of your kids' hair? After the break, Consumer Reports shares how to keep your kids looking their best all summer long.
Are you in need of a new driveway or parking lot? Call North Central Paving for all your asphalt needs. We specialize in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installation. Call North Central Paving today.
How did CEO Eric Hovde become a multimillionaire California banker? Let's take a look. Hovde's family rigged the system to rake in $30 million in government subsidies and loans. And now he's sheltering his wealth in shady tax havens around the world. So it's no surprise Hovde supports more tax cuts for corporations and millionaire bankers like himself, while working families pay the price. That's bank CEO Eric Hovde. Never been on our side, never will be. Win Senate is responsible for the content of this ad.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, plus save up to $1,050.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Forget about scraping and painting, fretting and fixing, and enjoy the beauty and low maintenance of new siding, soffit, fascia, and gutters for your home. Seamless steel siding and vinyl siding in many colors. Enjoy outdoor living with a new deck and railing, with a pergola or patio cover for protection from rain or snow, or get protection from bugs and bad weather with a 3-season porch. Serving your neighbors for over 30 years, superior products, superior installation at prices lower than most others. Invest wisely. The Board Store Home Improvements prompt free estimates.
At Toma Health, we're committed to delivering quality obstetric and newborn care for our community.
I'm Tim Larson.
I'm Samantha Larson, and this is our son Mac Larson, and we are from Sparta, Wisconsin. I feel like they really tried to set us up for success as first-time parents.
Toma Health offers the latest techniques in gynecology, prenatal care, obstetrics, and postpartum recovery.
I just felt so supported by all the nursing staff, the doctors, everybody.
Toma Health, caring for our community.
Contact North Central Paving to make your life smoother.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
Welcome back. Summer is here, the season of beach days, poolside lounging, and outdoor adventures. While we relish these warm days, our kids' hair often pays the price for those sun-soaked activities. Consumer Reports has some tips for keeping all types of hair happy in the sun.
When it comes to keeping your child's hair healthy this summer, hydration is key.
You want to make sure they're doing the hydration treatment every week.
Just as the sun can damage your child's skin, it can damage their hair too. Add to that chlorine from swimming pools, salt water, and sweat, your child's hair can end up dry and brittle. Martinez says a hydrating leave-in is also good for removing knots and snarls, a crucial step for healthy hair.
Making sure that all the knots are out your hair, that you're able to run your fingers through your hair so that way you're able to apply that layer of leave. Your creams, gels, mousses.
Having the right tools can also help you out. Consumer Reports recently tested detangling brushes that can tame those tangles without the tears. The top pick for detangling curly tresses was the Bestool Detangle Brush for the ease with which it detangled hair and also its comfortable, sturdy grip. The Olivia Garden Finger Brush was a close second. Evaluators raved about the ballpoint tips, which offered a nice scalp massage. For straight hair, the top pick was Tangle Teezer, the Ultimate Detangler. This brush has patented two-tiered teeth technology to detangle hair and has a comfortable handle. Another potential problem for your child's hair this summer is head lice. According to an estimate from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, between 6 and 12 million children ages 3 through 11 get head lice every year in the U.S.
One of the best methods for many kids is combing out lice from wet hair, as long as your child's hair can tolerate that. If not, prescription topical Spinosad is effective, as is over-the-counter topical ivermectin.
Martina says those with curly or afro-textured hair can benefit from protective styles like braids and twists to help fend off lice. This is Mara Ramirez-Amin.
Stylists also recommend getting your child's hair trimmed to keep it smooth and free of knots. If they have curly or textured hair, they say a silk or satin pillowcase can help it retain some of its moisture. That wraps up your afternoon consumer news. As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. More news is next.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
If you've been in a car accident due to no fault of your own, you need the personal injury law firm of Schwabel, Getz & Sieben. You have the right to obtain medical reimbursement, payment for past and future income loss, full compensation for pain and disability, and peace of mind knowing your financial interests are being protected. Call the personal injury powerhouse Schwabel, Getz & Sieben or visit schwabel.com to receive a free case consultation. Representing accident victims for over 50 years.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
When the threat is real.
All right, we still have another tornado warning now.
First Warn Weather is here for you.
So we're going to continue to monitor this once again.
It's in the name, keeping you safe before and as it happens.
And then for the morning commute, we're looking at heavy rain potential.
First Warn Weather on News 8 Now. On air, in your hand, and online. When you need us.
We'll continue to update you throughout the night with a severe weather outbreak.
Chronic loneliness may increase the risk of stroke for adults over 50. A study by Harvard researchers found older adults who considered themselves lonely throughout a 4-year period had a 56% higher stroke risk. Temporary feelings of loneliness was not linked to an elevated risk. Mental health and other medical issues are becoming more likely for transgender and gender-diverse adults. A study published in JAMA Internal Medicine looked at CDC data from 2014 to 2022. For transgender and gender-diverse adults, depression and mental distress were 2 to 3 times more prevalent at the end of that 6-year period. Some seniors across the U.S. continue to take aspirin every day, even though they shouldn't be. Outdated guidance recommended a low dose daily to reduce the risk of blood clots. Since aspirin thins the blood, it can prevent clots, but experts warn taking aspirin daily could also come with undue consequences like excessive bleeding. The latest research, published Monday, found nearly 30% of adults 60 or older are still using aspirin. Giving preterm babies higher oxygen concentrations increases their likelihood of survival. Australian researchers compared more than 1,000 preterm births. Babies given air with at least 90% oxygen had about a 50% greater survival rate than those given room air of about 21% oxygen. Researchers caution levels should be lowered quickly to avoid oxygen poisoning. Those were some of today's top health headlines. Taking a live look outside now from CityCam 8. Art is in next with our forecast.
Chart your career with a welding position at Chart Industries. Do you have a year or more of welding experience? Starting wages up to $35 per hour. We have the job for you. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
To me, it's the worst thing a parent can face. My daughter was pregnant and she was about to lose her baby. Because of the extreme abortion ban in her state, we were about to lose her as well. Doctors were not even allowed to help Mandy until she was near death. I'm conservative, but that makes no sense. An extreme abortion ban almost killed my daughter. A national abortion ban would be devastating for all families.
Hey, it's Reed and Chelsea Magnum. Okay, so at the end of the day, people are tired, right? And you just...
Yeah. You want some mommy juice and you want to watch a show.
Your brain's wore out.
Yeah.
If you do a physical job, you're physically tired, but you can also just be mentally tired. And here's one of the reasons you're mentally tired.
Okay.
According to the Journal of Health Psychology.
Ooh, I like that.
Average person per day makes 35,000 decisions.
That's amazing.
On average in a day.
Your journey to wellness begins at Vernon Memorial Healthcare, where excellence in orthopedic care is a reality. From initial consultation to post-operative recovery, every step of the way is tailored to you. The numerous awards for orthopedic services are a testament to our entire team's skill and dedication. Your path to wellness is paved with our unwavering support and expertise. Trust us for a brighter, more active tomorrow. Vernon Memorial Healthcare.
Chart your career with a welding position at Chart Industries. Do you have a year or more of welding experience? Starting wages up to $35 per hour. We have the job for you. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
All right, welcome back to your local weather here. Severe weather threat we had today is already over, all the way to the east and up and out. Humidity is no joke today because it's sticking around and it feels miserable out there. In fact, we're going to probably get up to about 89 degrees today, and that's going to feel a little bit more warmer on your skin. Gradual rising of regional rivers and local rivers are going to continue as we go all the way into possibly next week as well. So that means the possibility of some a little bit more flooding, for minor to near major flooding once you get up to the Red Wing River. That's going to be pretty much rough in some areas there. Take a look here as we get into it here. You're holding on to some 80s widespread, 79 in Preston though. We'll hold on to a pretty good look for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday possibilities for mowing your lawn. And once we get into the river levels, here we go. This is the latest here, holding on to Wabasha, Winona, La Crosse, and McGregor. You can see what's happening here where these things continue to rise all the way into Sunday. You have Tuesday here. You've got Saturday for the La Crosse area. We've got Monday going on for McGregor as well, and they're all going to be pretty much in the minor stage for you. Pretty much. Carry over to how this all looks for Wabasha all the way over to portions a little bit closer here, getting into areas all the way from Fountain City down to Winona and then possibly over into North Bend. You're going to see that continue on with these alerts from La Crosse and of course on Alaska. We'll see this continue all the way down into portions of Stoddard, and then once you get down a little bit farther, you're going to see all the way down a little bit farther south. It's going to be pretty difficult for some folks out there as well. So let's take a quick peek here as we get into it here for this rainfall that's on the way. It's going to be light. It's not something that's going to ruin your day, at least it shouldn't, as we get into this continuing on till about maybe 6 p.m. tonight, or this evening, if you want to call it that. We are out of the severe threat that is possible for tonight, though, which is a good thing. We are no longer in this threat. We're at least at near a marginal risk, and that's out of the area. This is what's going to happen in other locations, but not including us. We'll hold on to Tuesday. Here's another look at that rainfall coming in, a better view of it. You can kind of see it going from Winona all the way down to La Crosse and edging a little bit south to Decorah, and of course portions of Prairie du Chien, and then over into Boscobel where that continues on. You can see through the 3 o'clock hour, the 4 o'clock hour, and it continues on with maybe a little bit of moderate rainfall, maybe a pop-up storm out of that, not out of the question. Feels like tracker, this is what the heat index is showing you, and you can see how hot it's going to feel out there, up to 89 degrees and more. That's just starting the noon hour. Going into the 3 o'clock hour, it begins to taper down just a wee bit because some of that light rainfall is moving into the picture. picture, and that's going to cool the air just a tad bit. And as you can see, as we get down into the 7 o'clock hour, it's much cooler and a little bit more reasonable for you to finish out your evening and beyond. All right, that being said, we take a peek at how this all looks. We get into the rain amounts. We're not looking at much here, as you can see. In fact, less than 1/10 of an inch in some cases for some folks. We'll go right into the overnight lows. It's going to be another one of those mild to warm evenings. You can see some 60s in there possibly. That's not too bad. We'll hold on to, again, the overnight lows here, possibilities of that getting out of the way. We'll go right into 89 degrees for your highs this afternoon. 78 for both days for Wednesday and Thursday under partly cloudy skies. Then the rainfall comes back again, possibly in the morning, and that will continue all the way through most of the day for Friday. A break on Saturday, cooler conditions on Sunday, and then Monday, storm activity comes back into the picture with some rainfall sneaking its way back into the area as we go into Tuesday. Back to you.
All right, we knew it couldn't stay away for long. Thank you, Art. The California hiker's 10-day ordeal in the wilderness ends with a dramatic rescue, how he survived, and the high-tech solution that finally brought him to safety. Coming up.
On these trails, I find the middle ground and get things moving. I've done that as a state lawmaker, and it's what I'll do in Congress. I'll work with both parties to get things done for workers and families.
Save big money on Pittsburgh paints and stains at Menards. WeatherScreen is a water-repellent deck stain that protects wood while allowing its natural beauty to show through. A gallon starts at $27.98 after rebate. Complete your staining project with ultra-advanced semi-transparent stain. It's a stain and sealant in one that can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean and stain your project in one day. A gallon is $34.48 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you suffer from burning pain, coldness, numbness, tingling in your hands, legs, or feet, and worst of all, balance problems? Have you been told you have peripheral neuropathy? Stop what you are doing, because there is help in a healthy way. We see physicians across the country throw a drug cocktail approach at this condition, getting minimal, if any, relief while neuropathy progresses toward being confined to walkers and wheelchairs due to amputations and disabilities. Drugs like gabapentin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, or opioids are designed to hide neuropathy but not fix it, and often come with dangerous side effects. Finally, there's a proven path to recovery that thousands of patients just like you have experienced. Our breakthrough, non-invasive neuropathy treatment is supported by FDA-cleared technologies based on published clinical evidence, creating a 99% satisfaction rating. More exciting, our patients enjoy our home therapy to conveniently accelerate healing. If you want your health freedom back, don't choose to suffer any longer. Call now. Spots are limited to the first 20 callers. Call today so we can help in a healthy way.
I know how to get things moving in the state capitol, but in Congress, I'll also have the experience to stop bad ideas like the national abortion ban and stop attacks on our democracy. I'm Katrina Shankland, and I approve this message because our freedoms are on the line.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
In California, a missing hiker was finally rescued after he was lost for 10 days in the Santa Cruz Mountains. On the Tuesday before Father's Day, 34-year-old Lucas McClish went for a hike in Boulder Creek and ended up getting lost. To make matters worse, he didn't tell anyone where he was going. By the time Father's Day rolled around Sunday, his family started worrying and filed a missing persons report. The search was then on.
Some nights, although I just had to trust God that he was going to be okay. And that was hard to do some nights when we would go to bed at night, because I would worry about where he was sleeping and how cold he was and where he was, if he was alive.
McClish drank from water from creeks, ate wild berries, slept on a wet bed of leaves, all while yelling for help. Thursday afternoon, someone finally heard those cries. Boulder Creek Fire deployed a drone and spotted his location. A canine then tracked him down, and McClish was escorted out of a remote canyon. Luckily, he had no major injuries. Lucky indeed. Stay with us. We'll have one more check of your forecast when we come back.
Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Save up to $500 on select mattresses. Plus, pay 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase on all in-store purchases. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
You're worried about someone falling. Scary for them and you. When you check out fall detection solutions, you should definitely check out Nomo. Nomo is better. with 6 layers of protection. Wear a sensor and detect a potential fall automatically. Put alert buttons in high-risk areas like the shower. The hub has an alert button and detects motion, or in case of a potential fall, lack of motion. So do the satellites. Put them in high traffic areas. And because NOMO detects normal motion, you spot changes in normal life in the NOMO app. Or set custom triggers and alerts. Potential fall detection? Absolutely, NOMO does that, but NOMO does more. For about $1 a day. No more, worry less with NOMO. NOMO Smart Care. N-O-M-O Smart Care.
Your adventure starts here at Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls. We've got something for everyone. Explore hundreds of miles of off-road fun. Cap off the night with the crew by spinning up even more excitement. Or slow it down and relax. Just the two of you. Your adventure awaits, outdoors, indoors. Call or visit Ho-Chunk Gaming Black River Falls today. Experience the difference. Trail Riders Package available.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. Don't miss these mattress hot buys, now only $7.99. And get a free adjustable base upgrade with an Align by Ashley Sleep mattress purchase. Only at Ashley. Shop more deals in-store and online.
Download the News 8000 app today.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
To eventually go down in a while, but it's going to take until next week to get some of those to drop a little bit. We're going to hold on to this flooding for a while because we have a couple of storms rolling through, maybe even a few showers also included in that. Take a look here. As you can see, we have some minor showers for today, possibly tomorrow as well, but the big stuff comes in on Friday. You'll see a larger storm comes in for Monday, and that continues by Tuesday.
Quite the cool down after today. Thank you, Art. Yes. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight.